What if I told you there's an AI model that sees, hears, watches video, and reads text, and it fits on the same laptop you're using to watch this video right now? Stick with me because today we're breaking down Gemma 412B, Google DeepMind's newest open model. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why people are calling it one of the biggest shifts in local AI this year. Let's start with the basics. Gemma 412B was released by Google DeepMind on June 3rd, 2026 as part of the wider Gemma 4 family. That family includes small edge models called E2B and E4B, a bigger 26B mixture of experts model, a 31B model, and sitting right in the middle, the 12B dense model we're talking about today. Think of it as the sweet spot. Small enough to run on a laptop, powerful enough to punch way above its weight class. Now here's the part that actually makes this model special. And it's not just the size. Every multimodal AI model you've probably used before, whether that's a chatbot that can look at images or listen to audio, is usually built by bolting separate encoders onto a language model. A vision encoder handles images. A separate audio encoder handles sound. They process the data first, then hand it off to the language model. It works, but it adds weight, it adds latency, and it adds complexity. Gemma 412B throws that whole approach out. It uses what's called a unified encoder-free architecture. That means text, images, audio, and even video are fed directly into the language model's backbone, with no separate encoder stage in between. This is the first time we've seen this kind of design at a medium parameter size. And it's also the first mid-sized Gemma model to natively understand audio input at all. Previously, audio support in the Gemma family was limited to the tiny edge models. Now, it's here in a 12 billion parameter model you can actually run yourself. So what does that mean in practice? It means Gemma 412B can take in a video clip, read the frames, listen to the audio track, and reason about all of it together in a single pass without stitching together outputs from 3 different systems. Google's own developer team demonstrated this by feeding the model a 5-minute segment from a live keynote presentation, frames and audio together, and having it analyze what was happening on screen and what was being said at the same time. Let's talk specs for a second because these matter if you're thinking about actually using this thing. Gemma 412B supports a context window of up to 256,000 tokens. That's enormous. It means you can feed it entire documents, long transcripts, or extended conversations without it losing track of what came before. It also maintains multilingual support across more than 140 languages. So this isn't a model that only works well in English. Under the hood, it uses a hybrid attention mechanism. Some layers use local sliding window attention, which is fast and memory efficient. Other layers use full global attention, and the design makes sure the final layer is always global, so the model never loses the big picture, even while staying efficient layer by layer. On top of that, Gemma 412B has native support for system prompts and native function calling, which means it's built from the ground up to power agents, not just answer chat questions. If you're building tools that need an AI to take actions, call APIs, or follow structured instructions, this model was designed with that in mind. Now the number that's turning heads? 16 gigabytes. That's roughly the amount of RAM or unified memory you need to run Gemma 412B locally, which means it fits comfortably on a modern GPU laptop or something like a MacBook Pro with 16 gigs of unified memory. No cloud API required, no sending your data off to a server. It runs right there on your machine. And the benchmarks back up the hype, at least in the areas that matter most. By Google's own reporting, Gemma 412B nearly matches the much larger 26B model across a range of benchmarks, despite being less than half the size. It also clearly outperforms the older Gemma 327B model, which is a meaningful jump given that Gemma 327B was already a strong open model in its own right. It's worth being clear-eyed here too. Independent reviewers have pointed out that while the efficiency gains are real, some of the broader claims about it being the best model at every task are more marketing than measured fact. So take the benchmark charts as a strong signal, not gospel. And if a specific task matters to you, it's always worth testing the model yourself.
Licensing is another big win here. Gemma 412b ships under the Apache 2.0 license, which is about as permissive as open source licensing gets. The weights are available on both Hugging Face and Kaggle. That openness matters because it means developers, researchers, students, and hobbyists can download it, fine-tune it, and build on top of it without jumping through corporate licensing hoops. Google also released a companion multi-token prediction model, or MTP model, specifically designed to speed up local inference. And for the first time, they shipped a downloadable macOS desktop application, letting people experience fully local, spoken interactions with the model without writing a single line of code. So who is this actually for? If you're a developer who wants to build multimodal features, like an app that can look at a photo and describe it, or listen to a voice note and transcribe and summarize it, without paying per API call or sending user data to the cloud, Gemma 412b is a serious option. If you're a researcher who wants to study how encoder-free multimodal architectures behave, this is now open for you to inspect and experiment with directly. And if you're just someone who wants to run a genuinely capable AI model on your own hardware, with real audio, image, and video understanding, this is one of the most accessible ways to do that right now. Compared to other open models in this size range, from names like Qwen, DeepSeek, Minimax, and StepFun, Gemma 412b stands out specifically because of that deployment story. Plenty of models in this size class are strong at text. Fewer of them natively handle 4 different modalities without extra infrastructure. That combination of a permissive license, a laptop-friendly footprint, and genuine multimodal reasoning is a fairly rare combination to find in one open release. If you want to try it yourself, the weights are already live on Hugging Face and Kaggle in both pre-trained and instruction-tuned versions, and Google's developer blog has a full walkthrough for getting it running locally, including that new macOS app if you want the simplest possible starting point. Google says Gemma models have now crossed 150 million downloads across the whole family, and developers have used them to build everything from wearable robotic assistance tools to enterprise security systems. Gemma 412b is the next chapter in that story, and honestly, it might be the most accessible one yet. If this kind of breakdown is useful to you, do me a favor, follow this page and hit subscribe on the channel, because we cover releases like this the moment they matter, not weeks later. It genuinely helps this channel grow, and it means you won't miss the next breakdown. So that's Gemma 412b, a 12 billion parameter encoder-free multimodal model that runs on a laptop, reads text, sees images, watches video, and listens to audio all in one unified pass. Let me know in the comments if you're planning to try it and what you'd want to build with it. I'll see you in the next one.